against, and that'll be that. He's not going to take any chances. It looks like they are off the line. They're going to go. Mike Hope is holding back a long way. Wayne Wilson still off the line. Tony Lecker decides to go up around the outside of Wayne Wilson. So Tony Lecker right in there. He will get up into second position. Wayne Wilson with a lot of smoke. Christopher Fielding is sitting in there in the pack as well. Look at Walker's on the outside. Walker up onto the curb stage. You've got Sus Kloppers right in there behind him. Mike Hope is pulling away from a little bit from Arlenser. But Arlenser stays on the outside as they're going to turn 2. Let's hope he can hold that line, Frankie, because if he can, he'll be looking good when they go through the kick.
Yeah, look at Peter van der Poel in the Midas Conquest. He's coming through. Sus Kloppers is right in there as well by Nicholas Walker. So Sus, he made up a few positions and he's now stuck in there behind Nicholas Walker. But Peter van der Poel, he's pretty quick exiting Shell Sweep. Watch him down the back main into Cape Town corner. He'll be on the move. So he's already taken another place going into turn 4 into Malmesbury as Van der Poel. But it's Leon Swart and Tony Lecker down the back main. Look at Lance Arendse. He is having a stab up on the inside and he's saying to Wayne Wilson, if you go, I'm going to hook up behind that Maxima and go with you.
Karen Court's a little bit further back than what we would have expected at this point, but give her a chance. She hasn't been out on the track with that car for a better part of 2.5 months, so she'll get accustomed to that one pretty quickly. What's happened to Aaron's dress? I don't see Aaron's dress anywhere. Looks like something's going wrong. So Leon working his way across the line. The Maxima is sounding a little bit on the rough side. A nice dice with Jared Thompson and Nicholas Walker. The two of them all over one another. It looks like Paul Dalton's out there in the golf as well. Oh, Leon's gone off. What a pity. Leon Swart, he was leading it. Well, at least Frankie had the opportunity to lead it for a lap. Leon Swart on the exit of one going off onto the outside.
Well, I don't know what happened there, but Leon Swart getting it all wrong. Adams Reus is having serious problems. Adams Reus, the stone last, making his way out of his way around here. So he's got a problem with that car. Let's hope he can get that sorted out well. Behind him now is Leon Swart, who will be kicking himself for making that mistake there in the West Bank corner. However, the leaders are now making their way down the back main, or should I say the new leader, which is Tony Lecker in the Golf, the ex-Janu van der Westhuizen Golf. Down the back main he goes. Then it's Lance Arendse, man. He'll be super duper chuffed with that second place in that Ford Laser. But Sus Kloppers, he is on a move. Sus Kloppers is challenging for third as he got that. Yes, Sus has got, well, not quite, but I think he'll have it now. Yeah, Sus moves up, Gary, into third, and he started way down the field.
Well, I think it's going to be between Sus Kloppers and Tony Lecker. As to top honours here, Tony Lecker is on a 131.4, so still second outside of a breakout in Class D. So there's still a lot of room for him to be caught at this stage of the fight. Karen Kotze now catching up to the back of Simon Bailey. So Karen holding in the whole pack of cars that was in front of her. She must have caught up the better part of at least 10 to 12 car lengths on that pack through the last lap. Tony Lecker, Lance Arendse, Sus Kloppers. That's the first three as they work their way through. Turn 2, Timothy to Rasmus, the next one that's in there as well. Wayne Wilson still smoking lightly, but he's not been pulled off the track. Not sure exactly where the smoke is coming from, but the smoke is not going anymore. Peter van der Poel is in with like Jared Thompson. Nice to see when Jared's made a couple of laps. He's always been very, very unlucky. One car is immaculate in the field, and somehow or other it just doesn't want to stay together. So he's having a dice with the daddy of this class, the owner of ASA Midas. Midas being the main sponsor of the series for the season, and Peter van der Poel having a very big hand in securing that group sponsorship for the series.
Well, we've got a new second place man. Eventually it's Sus Klopper that's gone past Lance Arendse, and he's moved up into second now. Will he catch Tony Lecker? I don't know. We'll have to see as this one pans out. That Golf of Lecker, and oh yes he is. Hand over first, Sus Klopper, he's holding him in down the main straight. I reckon by the end of this lap, we'll have a new leader. Sas Klopper has thrown out the fishing rod, hooked him up and caught him up. Oh, Karen Kotze has got problems in turn 3.
That's a problem. Is it not? That's not Karen.
That's not Karen. So that's Chris Fielding. That is the Opel Astra of Chris Fielding. 1,000 apologies there, Karen.
Yeah, Karen, he's still out there. Oh, somebody's blown it big. The bottom end of the back main, that could be. No, that is Karen Kotze. Well, you had the right person at the wrong time. A cloud of smoke. I think that's not tire smoke. That's too broad a section of the track that's covered in smoke. Tire smoke would be very congested in one small area. So I think that something's gone seriously wrong. There is flags moving as you go down. There's a hanging yellow as you come down towards the brake marker. So reasonably possible that there might be. Oh, now the first person to arrive there, Frankie, is Tony Lecker, who's now under pressure from Sas Kloppers. It is all on the track. It could get hectic.
Well, Sas must now not make the move. He was lining him up for the overtaking move. Then he saw the yellow flag and pulled back in behind Tony again, going through a Cape Town corner. Those yellow flags are now gone. Tony Lecker's in trouble, and it's called Sas Klopper. He's all over the back of him as they make their way down towards us. Sas will line him up somewhere. Lance Arends is still in second, but Sas is quite willing to hang in there. Then it's Dewald Erasmus, followed by Wade Wilson. Then it's a whole gaggle of cars. Dewald Libber, Jared Thompson, they're all coming through. Peter van der Poel is going slow. Van der Poel has lost 2 positions there. Thompson's gone past him again, and so is Dewald Libber. So Van der Poel has lost 2 places, Gary.
Well, the other man that's on the move is Lance Arends. This young man is a wisp of a little fellow. What a nice guy, Lance Arends. He's lying third. That's the white and blue. Laser, I couldn't get it. It's a laser. It's what you call a laser. That's the black and blue laser. In the yellow wheels. That's lying there in third position. Lance Arends, one of the smallest financial packages you could possibly put in a car that is so competitive. He's now up into third place. It almost looks like he's in with a chance of catching Sas Kloppers. Having said that, Christopher Fielding is going, Frankie, but very slowly, just trying to complete the race and pick up some points.
Yeah, he's just trying to get some points. He's been caught there now, and he's been overtaken there by the leader, Sas Kloppers. Well, one gets a feeling he's having a lot of fun out there. Tony Lecker is driving as hard as he can, and Sas is just bobbing and weaving behind him, waiting for the right chance. This is the right opportunity now for Sas Klopper. He rams it up on the inside. Tony Lecker is fighting for dear life. Klopper pulls in behind him once again, and you get the feeling he's playing with his food out there, that's for sure.
God. Well, that's the leaders, and Sas Klopper's now dropped back from Tony Lecker. Could this be the first overall race victory for Tony Lecker? I almost think so. I think he's looking pretty good. 5 laps down. Lance Arends are closing. Lance is doing 32.5, so he's doing pretty well. The car of Wayne Wilson no longer smoking anymore. Running very wide with a Golf, going down into turn 2. I'm not sure who's ready. That's one of the new guys. That's Dewald Erasmus. They're going it so wide down into 2. Jared Thompson right in there behind him. Nice to see Jared still out there, 5 laps down. The car's not breaking today, and it's looking very strong.
Very strong indeed now. Wayne Wilson also had his problems out there. Peter Kannemeyer and Ernest Roos. I don't know what's going on there with Roos's golf. It doesn't sound good at all. He is not having a good outing out there, that's for sure. Meantime, the leaders are going down into Cape Town corner, and the dice is still on between Tony Lecker and the second place man, Sas Klopper. However, that man in third place in the Ford Laser, Lance Arends, is in contact with the 2 leaders, and if they get it all wrong, then Lance with that laser will hammer Lecker and Klopper. One doesn't believe it will happen, but they've got to be very careful. Lance does not care what they're up to ahead of him. He will want to go for the win. Wayne Wilson has now also been caught there by Dewald Libber. So Libber in the Golf is right up there behind him as well. And then Jared Thompson, he's not too far behind that group, followed there by the Midas man, Mr. Peter van der Poel himself, as they exit turn 1. So now Libba is going to ram it up on the inside. No, yes he does. The golf of Libba up on the inside of the Maxima of Wayne Wilson.
Jared Thompson runs it just a little bit wider than what's healthy. Peter van der Poel has a look at that gap. He sticks it up on the inside. He's been tailing Thompson for an extensive period of time. The better part of 3 laps that he's been stuck, and Jared Thompson now gives way and decides he'd rather take a chance going through 3, sitting on the outside. Peter van der Poel lets him go past. Obviously he feels he can line him up somewhere else to take that one away, but it's still all about the front runners as they work their way out into the back straight. There is no doubt that it's going to be all about Sas Kloppers and Tony Rekker. Now Tony Rekker, the last 3-4 laps, has been pushing. He's within 0.2 of a second lap for lap of his fastest lap time early on before the tyres got very hot, the brakes, etc, etc. Sas Kloppers sitting there in his slipstream lap for lap. I believe personally that Sas will be able to make the move very necessary, and now within a 1/10 of a second Tony Rekker, very, very consistent, but Lance Arendse is closing. And I think that you get to the point where Lance Arendse is all over the back of the back bumper of Sas Kloppers. I think that's where Sas is going to have to make the move and try and get around Tony Rekker. Unfortunately, Frankie, Jared Thompson in the pits.
Thompson has slowed right down. Oh, look at that, Sas is gone. Sas Kloppers pulled off in engine corner. The protagonist to win this one, Sas Klopper, has got a problem with that car, and with a bit more than half a lap to go, it is all over for Sas Klopper.
I'm not surprised. Last year he was pretty much pacing it through the course of the race, just making sure that he kept Tony Rekker inside, waiting for the safest opportunity to go past. But it looks like he was doing as much as what he could with what he had, and unfortunately too marginal of not being able to complete the race. Tony Rekker has now got acres of room in front of him, no back markers that's going to get in his way at this stage of the fight, and he's got acres of room behind him as well. So Tony looking very, very good right now for a race victory, and in fact the checkered flag is being ready for him already in front of us as we wait for him to move his way up towards the line. Here he comes now, Tony Rekker with his overall race victory. He stabs it in as he comes past us. We'll take second place right over towards those brilliant stuff. We wait for the next bunch of cars to come through. And we'll smoke coming out now. Patrick Johnson. With little smoke starting to come out to make a good fire. Posting a good result in Class D. So Nicholas Walker up there in the top 3. You'll have Ripper coming through, and you'll be quite tough with that result. So as they come through, that's going to be interesting. Next we'll name of Tony Rekker, they've got Liquid Class C. That's definitely not right.